With 28 points Monday night, Florida State will become the best offensive football team of all time as they surpass the 2008 Oklahoma Sooners, who scored 719 points that season. With more on the Noles, let's send it back to Bonnie Bernstein.
We've already had one great game at the Rose Bowl so far in January. Michigan State and Stanford. Will the national title game hold up as well? Hey everybody, Bonnie Bernstein coming to you from Newport Beach. Had a chance to visit with Florida State head coach Jimbo Fisher after a very spirited 2-hour practice. And one of the things he talked about is how well the Seminoles defense is equipped to handle Nick Marshall, Trey Mason, that powerful Auburn running game. Why? Because they got lockdown corners who can live on an island.
You got Marshall and Mason, and you know obviously the run game is their priority. How important is it that you've got the type of corners you can say, I'm putting you on an island, because safety's got other priorities?
That's critical, because and your corner's got to be able to tackle. That's the other thing. I think our corners do tackle when they have to at times when we play different looks. But it is very critical that you can isolate those guys and let those other guys play the run.
When you look at the offense and the most improved player, Calvin Benjamin comes to mind. I mean, he's so big, and yet it just seemed like the focus wasn't there. There were drops, there were opportunities that he had to really stand out last year, and he didn't. What was the seminal moment or a conversation? Is something that helped the light bulb turn on for him?
You know, I think there was a lot of those moments in the offseason. We talked a lot. Coach Dossie did a tremendous job with him, a lot of just explaining why everything is so important. You got to remember, KB never played a lot of football. He only played a couple years in high school, then he redshirted the first year here, and then he played, and everybody had big expectations, and he would get frustrated thinking every play is a touchdown and wanting to live up and please everybody. Don't worry about that. Just play your game.
Yeah, so many great skill players, but I feel like nobody talks about the offensive line. Among the ones that you've coached, where does this one rank for you?
It ranks very high because, I mean, there's a lot of continuity, a lot of size, athleticism, intelligence in this group. It's one of the best offensive lines I've been around, really. It really is.
You had a chance to talk to Coach Saban yet?
Yeah, I talked to him over break. I've talked to him a couple times after their game and different things going on. I haven't talked to him here recently, last week or two, but I talked to him right afterwards.
Well, you know, if you can beat Auburn, that's probably going to help his recruiting a little bit. So is there like an extra steak dinner in it for you?
Well, you have to ask him. Tell him that's going to be more than a steak dinner, dadgum.
Having been at Auburn and having been at LSU, Jimbo, when you think big picture about what this win can mean, not just for your program, but for the ACC and stopping the SEC's long championship streak. What do you think there?
Well, I think, you know, it brings credibility, and we all do it. And the SEC deserves everything it gets. It's had a tremendous streak and a tremendous run, but there's other great football teams. But I know we do carry that burden as far as being able to win for our league and the other leagues out there, that there's great teams. And we've said all along the ACC is a great league, and it would be very important for us. Not, like I say, not only for Florida State, but for the ACC.
If we want to talk a little bit about X factors, how about Roberto Aguayo? I know, we never talk about special teams, but this is a special teams kid, freshman kicker who won the Lou Groza Award for the best kicker in the country. Freshman hit every single point after, went 19 for 20 on his field goals this year. And yes, I understand, Pete, that Florida State had a whole slew of blowouts, but in the event it's a close game, Jimbo Fisher's really stoked he's got this kid in his
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't had to kick a real field goal yet. You know, the key to this game is just the interesting part that we've seen so far and seeing both Auburn and Florida State just looks different. They have like negative body fat. These are like the best specimens. I mean, these are like the prototypes. You always hear the NFL scouts talk about these guys, and they're right. These guys are all looking the part. You know, not to say Auburn's all doughy or anything like that, but Florida State they have a kind of a swagger about them. They're like, yeah, we'll figure this offense out. We got it. Don't worry about it.
Auburn's got that signature up-tempo, hurry-up offense, and I asked Jimbo Fisher, have you done any extra conditioning with his players to make sure they're prepared? He said, no. Clemson is just as fast. Plenty more preparation for Florida State and Auburn in the lead up to the BCS championship game. We will have it for you. Ray, for Pete and Bonnie, back to you in the studio.
All right, Bonnie, thanks very much. I'm jealous, man, the weather. It just looks so beautiful out there, doesn't it?